Hello, bankruptcy attorney Brian Barboza here. Today I'm going to talk about what is Chapter 13 bankruptcy and how does it work. Before we get started, if you want to talk about bankruptcy, want to explore your bankruptcy options a little further, please don't hesitate to contact me or my office. You can go to my website, barbozalaw.com. You can book an appointment with me directly through my website, or of course give me a call. So what is Chapter 13 and how does it work? Oftentimes I have people come sit down with me and they're a little bit confused about the process and the different types of bankruptcies. And Chapter 13 is one of the more confusing types of bankruptcies for individuals. So let's get into it. What a Chapter 13 is, it's what we call a personal reorganization. So it's where you're going to actually propose a plan of reorganization to the bankruptcy court. Chapter 13 is for individuals. It is not for businesses. Now, if you're an individual who happens to be a sole proprietor or you own a business, that's okay. But the business just can't file Chapter 13. What a Chapter 13 is going to entail is, as I mentioned, you're going to have to file a plan. That plan is going to require monthly payments for 36 up to 60 months. That payment will go to what's called a bankruptcy trustee. The trustee is going to take the payment and then distribute it to your creditors according to your plan. In addition, when you file a bankruptcy case, like any other bankruptcy case, you have to file a very substantial amount of documentation, disclosures of your assets, your different types of debts, your income, your expenses. You're going to have to answer a whole bunch of questions on what's called a statement of financial affairs. Then you're going to have to do we call a means test. And the means test plays a pretty significant role in a Chapter 13 because it's one method in which we need to use to figure out what your payment should be to the bankruptcy trustee. So you're going to file your Chapter 13. You're going to file your Chapter 13 plan, and the plan will say you're going to pay X amount of dollars per month to the trustee, and this is how the money is going to be distributed. About a month or so after you file the bankruptcy case, you are going to have a hearing. Now that hearing is going to be with the Chapter 13 bankruptcy trustee. It will not be with the judge. And the point of that hearing is the trustee is going to do kind of a little bit of called an investigation, but it's somewhat minimal. They're going to make sure that the information in your bankruptcy documents are true, accurate, and correct. They're going to make sure your income is correct and your expenses are correct, and verify some other things. It's also going to give your creditors an opportunity to ask you questions while you're under oath. So there may or may not be creditors at that meeting, but that is an opportunity for them to ask you a few questions. After that, there are additional hearings, but those are called confirmation hearings. And most of the time, unless it actually requires evidence, the debtor, would not be at those hearings. It's usually just your attorney, and that is where the judge is present and the trustee. And the goal is to get your plan confirmed. Confirmed means the judge has approved the plan. The plan is now court order. And you, the trustee, and your creditors all have to abide by the terms of the plan. Once you get your plan confirmed, now you're making your payments. And you've been making your plan payments since the case began, but now it's going to be ongoing until the duration of your plan expires, which again is either going to be 36 months or 36 payments, up to 60 months, which is 5 years, monthly payments. Once you've made your final payment, then an order will be entered by the bankruptcy judge, which will declare that you are now discharged of your debts that you can legally discharge in a bankruptcy case. So at the end of the day, your creditors, let's say credit card debts or medical bills, they may only be paid a fractional amount of which they were owed, let's say 10% or 15%. And whatever's remaining at the end of your bankruptcy case will be discharged. One of the nice things about a Chapter 13 is it gives you that 60-month or 36-month window to catch up on things like back-owed mortgages. So Chapter 13 is usually used when you are behind on your mortgage, you're facing a potential foreclosure, and it's going to give you that's 36 to 60 months to get caught up on your mortgage. It also allows you to pay certain debts ahead of others. For instance, if you are now in significant tax debt, when you make your payment to the bankruptcy trustee, he or she will then distribute it to your taxes before other creditors, because taxes are what we call priority debt. So there are certain types of debts that are given higher priority than others, and they get paid first. So there are a multitude of reasons why you would file a Chapter 13. over other types of bankruptcies, especially if you're behind on your mortgage, you have significant tax debt. Maybe you're behind on a car payment and you still actually have possession of that car. There are certain reasons you would file Chapter 13 as opposed to another type of bankruptcy. So that's it. That's how Chapter 13 works. That's what you can expect. I'll do another video on how we calculate what your Chapter 13 payment needs to be. It's a little bit more detailed oriented. So again, if you want to talk about bankruptcy, please go to my website, barbozalaw.com, or give me a call. Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time, and I will get another video out here shortly. Thanks.